Finally, the Frozen Titans. This is the squad that made me realize how special Into the Breach is, because the combinations, the possibilities of the ice mechanics, the interaction that the ice has with all the other mechanics, it's something that shouldn't be possible on such a simple, small system. And also this squad changes completely depending on the pilots, so I've decided to experiment with the starting pilots divided in 3 groups. Today will be the I'm scared of the ice, I want to get out. Next time it will be I don't want to play the game anymore, which could be considered cheating in any other game. And finally the third group, I really want to get that 40k perfect run without restarting 20 times hoping for some good luck. But the old squads are really weak on unfair. They are not meant to solve every situation, so the starting pilot will be the key choice as usual. And also I need to remember my lesson from the flame behemoths. Having a flying mech and a ranged mech that can save you from getting stuck on unfair with 6 VEC is not enough to get the perfect 40k run. You also need multi-target weapons. The flame behemoths, 2/3 of the flame behemoths do not have. Here we have the ice mech, which is ranged for some reason, even though it behaves more like a science mech. But I guess Subset Games did not want to make a squad without a ranged mech because it's extremely weak, as the heat sinkers proved. I guess they forgot about that with the advanced edition. But the fact that it's ranged means that if we find a strong ranged weapon, then we can equip it without spending 1 extra reactor core. I guess that was the reasoning. Definitely the ranged weapon pool does not need something as strong as the ice. Although the strength on the ranged mech is actually multi-target. Anyway, I've already experimented on this in previous episode and on my own, so I'm going to keep this very short. We go from noob to ice masters in less than 5 minutes to catch up to speed. Since we have a forced mission that will probably force us to restart anyway, I might as well try to roleplay as someone that never seen the Frozen Titans for a second. And this is the perfect example because I cannot do much. So if this was a ranged mech, I can just push this into water and, well, push that away and it would be fine, of course. Well, aside from being dead, that is. We can get the damage like this. So you can see that the technician skill already worked on deployment, which is technically a turn. But of course we cannot do much in this situation. So let's try to roleplay as someone who's never seen the ice mech before. I'm guessing can do that. Can do this. And I can do that, which is not enough anyway. And then you play probably the ranged mech far away, and then at some point you realize that you can use the VEC to get the ice out to be able to attack in the next turn. Instead, what I wanted to do actually was to just start back, freeze, and then repair. That was the idea. Also, there's so much stuff. But this situation is actually perfect, so they keep attacking me. But can I even go around? I don't think so. 3, 4, no. I cannot reach anyway. So let's play as if, yeah, you don't know. You play like this. Maybe do that. And then, yeah, technician. I wanted to show you that even if you have undamage, the game is clear, of course. Repair 1 HP. The only issue is that it's the same verb as the usual repair. it's not the same repair as repair, if it makes sense. I don't like that. Yeah, we need to do perfect. Oh, I never failed this objective before. Perfect means all the objectives. 40k means maximum score, so not taking any damage. And the repair means that it fixes the repair 1 damage and remove fire acid. Instead, on technician, it says repair 1 damage, and that's it. But anyway, this is the first idea. We just repair, and then next turn we attack again. But as usual, the achievements are guiding us. Shoot the crowd launcher 4 times in a single battle tells you that you can do something. That something, of course, as we just seen, is getting damage to the mech, but also the rest of the squad. So we have the mirror mech that can save us. So there's an interesting mechanic that the mirror mech does not have much room to attack, because it's not like with the advanced edition that you can decide where to attack. We are forced to go either vertical or horizontal. We cannot decide attack one direction than the other, so often there will be buildings in the way, and getting being frozen will be so like this. We cannot do that. We need to use the ranged mech to block the secondary target. So that's an interesting dynamic between these two. For example, if I do this, it gets destroyed. If I do that, it's not a good move, of course, but I can attack without. The issue is that if you stay on the same spot, then this, yes, you cancel the attack, but then you free it. And the objective is to get out of the... Also, you can use the Aegis mech on the other direction and block it like this. But that's not the point. The problem I have with this squad, aside from the brute class that is very weak, is that the Aegis mech is not great in combination with, cannot synergize with the other two as much, as we'll see. So this is a great weapon. It can also add a shield, bash the enemy flipping attack direction, but it's single target. So if I freeze myself over here, also yeah, the repair, and I want to free him, I need to waste my attack to free him from the ice. The only interesting part, if I was here, then I could use it. This will change direction and attack on the other side. That's the best way. But yeah, that's not the best strategy. So if you want to master the ice, of course, as we already seen didn't want to show it, but the best strategy is to use the mech to free yourself on the next step. But of course, the idea of using Rosie is not for that reason. I showed that only for the technician, to clarify that technician does not synergize at all with the ice because it doesn't cure status effects. The reason I picked Rosie from the Flame Behemoth's perfect 40k run was to show you the other part, which I already tested and then forgotten. Can be useful if you don't want to apply the advanced strategy that we'll have next. And, well, what we've seen on the previous mission actually works too, I guess. I didn't even want to, but the mech just free us. Free the ice mech without even asking. Here I want to show you how to cheese the armor train, and yeah, there will be many chances to cheese with the ice, but you already see that this is a losing mission because the combination with the Blast Psion and the train, the armor train is great, but yeah, it's not immune to explosions, I think. I'm testing that. Yeah, this is already a losing situation because we don't have a weapon to take care of these two. And I can do this if I want. So this will work fine, even if it's frozen. But it is not what I wanted to test to show you, since this is already a losing mission. What I wanted to see was how the explosion worked. the armor does not protect against the explosion. Instead, I wanted to show you how to cheese the train, but I guess I showed it many other times. So you can just freeze it, freeze the train. Yeah, the first idea, when you don't know, just repair and wait. I don't think this is particularly helpful because I just show you how we can be extra efficient. Maybe in a squad, a custom squad, or with secondary weapons that can do something from afar, then Rosie could be helpful because you can move anywhere on the map. But of course, on a prime, the prime is not the best option to get close to a ranged. Not even the brute, which can just free the ice with the action, with shooting. But the achievements invite us to understand more about how it works, and we can do some very cool things. So with this Psion, freezing instead of killing could be very helpful, and I just wanted to show you that this actually works. So repair adjacent mech is the same mech repair, instead the one on technician is not. The best pilot of this group is Harold, and I've changed colors to separate the chapters, but of course there will be timestamps below as usual. The idea was also the text. Of course we get back the armor Psion. The idea was, can I use Harold's repair to get out of the ice? And from the intro it should be clear that this is not the best option by far, but I think that's the first idea that comes to mind when you see the Frozen Titans. And I spent a lot of time with them, but when I started doing perfect 30k runs, I switched to the Steel Judoka and never looked back. So that's why on this profile I never have a 4-island victory with them. This is the profile I used for recording since I started the channel. And we got the perfect mission right here, defend the train. This is forced, and with most squads you just had to restart. For example, the Blitzkrieg, the chaining lightning will always chain to the train and kill everything. So there's not much choice. I don't even know if I can bait someone up here. I guess I can try. But the Frozen Titans are probably the best squad to tackle the train, and that's because even if the Vec attack it, we can add a shield. But the problem is the movement. Instead, with them, also perfect situation, the train will not move, and if you add a normal range, we can push this back and this down, but this is still 1 damage, of course. And should I... Yeah. Even if we break it out of the ice, we can still do stuff later. The only problem is... Can I... Is it worth it? Of course I can, but is it worth it to do like this? So we could let the Vec... Of course this cannot attack. I needed to switch to use it anyway, because this attacks 2 tiles, so 1 tile will break the ice. Yeah, the train works differently since it occupies 2 tiles. I think the ice is not independent, so if this one gets damaged, you can see from the UI, if this gets damaged, any tile gets damaged, the other tile will go away, and so this one in one shot will start damaging and get down to 1 star. After the train is damaged, it will not move anymore, but you still get 1 star. Instead, if you freeze it, you get the 2 stars and don't need to worry about the train anymore. Now, is it worth it to break the ice like this? Probably yes. Because I can do it again. It doesn't matter who's first, because this is just 1 damage. So yeah, this one will free him, take 1 damage, it's not a problem at all. If this was on a fire tile, we would kill it, but yeah. We could block to... let's try blocking, let's see what goes. So this, I didn't train Harold because the idea was to test the squad, the vanilla squad, without any help. I think this works too. Yes. So as you can see, we are not using Harold at all. And yeah, so that's why this is the first group of pilots that makes sense to use it in theory, but when you are playing, so on lower difficulty, Harold or Kazakh could be a very good idea. Also, block of spawning with, we have the perfect blocker, I guess, not the perfect kill 7 enemies, and we got a high threat mission. Satellite launches over here. I don't know if you can. I guess we can try. At least it's not a high threat mission. But oh, this is a very bad. Yeah, these 6 buildings are very big. That's a very big problem to take care of them. In especially yeah with flying units. At least this is not an alpha. I don't even know if... No, I don't think we can. Of course, we can freeze the buildings to save them if it's just one attack. So we have been lucky with the gastropods. But yeah, we are not... Definitely not blocking anything like this. And that's critical. So if these 6 buildings were here, it wouldn't be possible at any moment. That's why the maps are... the devs chose which maps to allow and which maps to not allow, so we need to block the VEC over here. That's the problem with the Frozen Titans. We just don't have enough movement because we don't have a traditional ranged or a traditional science. So yeah, the combination Prime and Brute is very slow and very not prepared take care of unfair difficulty. I think this is the only way to avoid damage. We're not doing much. And now there will be no more spawns because we didn't kill enough. So yeah, that's the problem of the mission on unfair. Also, oh, we got one because I froze it, of course. This doesn't count as a VEC by itself, so 3, 5, and 6. 6 VEC up. And this is actually working for us, the turn order. So maybe we can do it. Oh, there's this one. We need to freeze. Wait. Yeah, already I'm not using Harold at all, because this is just better. Also, I cannot attack, otherwise I would be destroyed. So yeah, if I had the extra shield, I guess. I didn't talk about upgrades. +1 damage is the first one, of course. So here there are no upgrades. And this one, of course, this is one of the few weapons that kept his base +1 core requirement, because it's very strong. So if you find in the middle of the run, you need 1 extra core. But yeah, this is the obvious upgrade, but also shielding is going to be helpful. +1 damage, reach the 3 damage, which is, yeah, would allow us to kill it, so it's not too bad. But in this situation, I don't think I can do much. I can just stay here. Yeah. I could have let this one kill the Psion. Yeah, I think we need to restart anyway. That's why I didn't bother training Harold, but we can do it. We got 2 more spawns, yes. So 3 in total. And the power of the ice will be more clear when I freeze something over here, because it's all about positioning. These for the VEC are the same as building. So the closer they are to them, the more chances we have of them attacking. So this is the first idea, probably kill this one. And of course, yeah, now I cannot reach it, but of course the advanced tips with the ice mech is to use the environment, so you can use the Vec to get free from the ice, but you can also use the spawn, and that's the best option. That's why I picked it, because yeah, that's a good idea. Also, well, I guess I could do this since I don't have anything else. So against all odds, we did it. But also, if you're curious, this 3 Vec now count as 2 Vec for the cap. So if this wasn't the last turn, we would have gotten 4 spawns. Well, 3 spawns plus this one. Anyway, yes, that's the point. Use Harold to free you from the ice, but you lose the turn anyway, so it's not a great idea. And I don't know how far we can go, but yeah, Archive is Archive, so lately Archive has been very tough, but before the last few rounds, oh, okay, this looks like a good repair platforms, not too bad. So yeah, getting 1 damage could be important, but I don't have the pilot I want on the mirror mech that we'll see, I guess, on the 3rd episode or more. If this goes well, if I go a perfect 40k run starting with this, I would be very surprised. But yeah, the Prime Spear is multiple tiles. That's exactly what a Prime mech needs, because usually Prime weapons are just 1 tile, and on Unfair we need to take care of more than 1 Vec. Anyway, don't think this is worth it. Oh, that's a good map actually. Do I want to kill 7 enemies? Oh, well, okay, we've been very lucky with this Archive, because the fact that there are also, yeah, on the starting, of course, some ranged are better far away, but I think I've had more success close by. This is flying, so definitely needs to go far, close to the Vec, and this one needs something empty outside in case it gets webbed or something. But yeah, kill 7 enemies, usually we wouldn't be able to do it, but well, no one took the bait. And that's the problem that I expected, and the reason that I'm saying that these are not the best pilots, because neither the Prime Mech nor the Brute can do anything about this one without Henrik I or Prosper. So yeah, that's the usual, mentioned many times, but Unfair forces you to pick one of them, otherwise you get stuck. That's nothing we can do. Unfair forces you to pick just one kind of playstyle. The Ice Mech could take care of both of them at the same time, but freezing this one. But we simply cannot do anything about that. So if we had Henrik I, could push this into the mine, it would be fine. And I guess that's why I wanted to test the other pilots to show you what happens in a normal playthrough. So, okay, I've found an extremely tricky solution. So the problem is that we need both to be here. But say if we don't have the Prime Spear, we can attack the tile, destroy the mine, and then come here with Philip, and Philip can push this one here and this one away. And of course now the gastropod does not attack anything, or can free us from the ice. So that's the plan. If we didn't have a secondary weapon, can we do something better with the secondary? The problem is we cannot stay here and do this because we'll get pushed into the mine. We can do this, but then yeah, we lose 2 mines. Probably it's the same result actually. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's exactly the same result, I think. Yeah, the only problem, we cannot step on the mine, unfortunately. And that's it. The only difference is who gets the XP. Yeah. We need to push this away like this. There's no... I guess I could have attacked from... No. I could have attacked from the side, but I wouldn't have destroyed the gastropod, so the mirror mech wouldn't be able to... Yeah, no one was in the way of the gastropod, I guess. since I need to, yeah, I need to do this. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Also, I'll be on fire, which is not what I wanted at all. I guess I have Harold, so maybe we'll survive. We already been lucky. If these two attack the buildings instead of us, then it will already be game over. So it seems we can survive one more. Unfortunately, we cannot attack this way. And now the frozen Vec here is acting as bait, so at least one of them took the bait. Don't have many options since we have 3 Vec attacking the buildings. They're too far away. So what I wanted to do is to use... Fire is not an issue with ice. We don't need Harold at all. I could take care of that and win the mission. Almost. No, I need to kill 7 enemies. Yeah, avoid all the damage. Unfortunately, I don't think I can afford that. I need to let that one live. But at least we can free us, and you can see that we don't really need Harold. We don't really need Harold, and this is actually working. Actually, Harold would be better here. So, well, this is attacking us, and I cannot block. Well, actually, I don't want to block because I need to kill. 3 more. Can we get 3 more? I think we cannot do anything about that. Yeah, because this one is too close. Usual problem, I need this one here first. Basically, I need the opposite. This one first. And then like this. And then this one can come here and block it. So, yeah. Again. So if I use the +1 damage instead of the acid... Well, I needed the acid tip anyway. So this is the only idea that I have. But it's not enough. So, yeah. I don't see how we can get out of this, because the Vec are just blocking us. Also, we won't be able to kill 7 anyway. Again, we don't need Harold, and the power of the Ice Mech would allow us to do this, which makes very satisfying to use. But the usual problem, the other two cannot do anything. He's the Frozen Titans, these two are the useless Titans. Depending on the situation. The problem is that on unfair, there's not enough movement. So if you had Herrick 1, again, come here, invert, yeah. And even if we could go through this, the Alpha Scarab went in the worst possible spot. So I think the Mirror Mech cannot do anything aside from helping Harold. Oh, I killed him. Oh well, yeah, that's... cannot do much. We are dead. But we cannot do much about this gastropod. Yeah. Nothing we can do. The mines did not help. Unfortunately. Did not help enough. So, yeah, even with this, we would need to... Yeah, this building is in the way. No one attacked these buildings, which are usually the problem. Instead, this one is in the middle. We can just move around. But, yeah, freezing everything means also we cannot move. And yeah, we don't have a range here that can push this one on the mine. So we wouldn't be able to do the... maybe. Maybe with this killing that one. Yes. And then I needed to go in the same spot to kill this one. So yeah, the same problem. Same problem. This could be very helpful, but not this time. Of course, getting the kill 7 enemies with the Ice Mech, definitely not a good idea. There's a reason that Pacifist is here, and I got the idea to do all the Pacifist runs with the ice on hard. I wonder if I should try them on unfair. Definitely not a perfect Pacifist in which I didn't kill anyone. And I didn't even allow any Vec to die. That was funny, but only on hard. And Trickshot is just... wants you to believe that the Mirror Mech is useful instead. No, it isn't. Anyway, spoilers for the secret pilots now. Well, I guess Silica could be consider a part of this gang too, but I'm not going to test it because it needs 2 power cores. So if you want to apply it here, attack and use the second one to repair instead of moving. Of course, that seems a good idea, like Rosie and Harold, but it's not a good idea because, yeah, this is not works only a lower difficulty when there's just one vehicle. So the mobility, the fact that it's flying means that Silica is a bad idea. With the hazardous mech jumping, maybe, but yeah, even with the teleport is not a great choice. Anyway, time for Kazakhstan. Also, I should mention that if there was no saving people score, the first island is very unbalanced, but it's also doable surviving with a couple of power grids since you start with 5 grid, and we are taking a couple of damage in the first island every time. So if you play perfectly, it's not a problem surviving the first island, but if you consider the objective of getting 10k, the maximum score, then it's extremely unbalanced. Okay, now the first mission is protect the coal plant. Do not kill the volatile Vec is extremely easy because you can just freeze it. But let's test Kazakhstan, I guess. And the reason I prefer Harold to Kazakhstan is the multi-target that becomes essential. So if we had Harold over here, we could push. Well, in this case, we don't need to. Yeah. Also, Firefly are great to take care. So if I didn't have to do other stuff, I could do this, take care of the most dangerous enemy, and get free from the Firefly. So you can start wherever you want. This will just freeze the water tile, and we'll see on the volcano what happened with the lava. So if you had Harold again, I could push and push. Can we even... Yes, we can survive. No, we cannot. Okay, so now we see the problem with this. So changing attack direction is not very helpful in this situation because it will just bump it. So I need to block, do that. Where even... Oh, I cannot reach. I cannot reach. So in this situation that I don't have enough movement, I could do this. I guess I could try. Yeah. Let's try. So the reason I'm saying this is just the first idea you have on the Frozen Titans is because it seems that Kazakhstan will be great on the second turn. I keep doing the right move because I'm used to it, but yeah, if you are not consider that, this works too. Wait, does it work? Yeah, okay. So this is the repair, which usually damage and push an adjacent tile, escape from... Oh, they added it. Was this always like this? So I knew that this worked already, but I don't think there was written escape from ice. I don't remember, but yeah, that's the point. So this is not an actual repair, it's an attack that also allowed me to do the no weapon run. No, can you beat into breach without weapons? With Kazakhstan, yes. And a bit of patience. Actually, I got it the first time I picked easy. On normal, I tried 20 times and didn't get anything. So this seems very powerful because you can attack, but you will rarely have the situation. And now this one is... yeah, but we had the shield here helping, so it will be fine. But yeah, that's not the best move. Also, I cannot reach. Of course, I cannot reach, and I'm stuck. Okay, can I? Yes, okay. No. Why did I think I could reach? Can we do anything about that? We can freeze it, of course. Oh, yes, well, I mentioned freezing on top of the spawn is perfect. Can I? Okay, so this was an easy mission and we survived, but it won't be as easy. And yeah, that's the best spot. So basically, Kazakhstan and Harold could be helpful on Silica. since he doesn't move. Could be helpful if you don't move, if you go in the wrong spot, basically. But who gets all the XP? You get. Yeah, that was the easy mission, of course, forced 0-star mission. That, yeah, I don't like about the map generation that you not only can force you to do a high threat. My problem is if it forces you to do this, it's a waste of stars. We get armor train again. Let's try. But yeah, I guess I showed you what happens. Now I should do the best, the more sensible option, which is putting on the each mech, because he cannot push. Pushing is critical. So now, I guess I want them to attack me, but this one will move back, so it doesn't really matter. I could start from here to bait this. I don't want the Firefly to attack here, of course. Yeah, these two cannot reach the buildings, so we are fine. Don't need to worry about that. You cannot. Turn order is always important, so the Sire will move first, so maybe the Firefly will not have any target. The Firefly cannot attack this tile anyway, so there's no point in trying to block it. Oh, maybe I should have, yeah, I should have swapped these two actually. Okay, so yeah, this blocked and the Firefly managed, yeah, had the only option. One of the two options, I guess. Yeah, 50-50 chance. That's the, of course, that's the RNG that you cannot avoid because it's part of the enemy AI. So the fact that this is not a multiplayer game needs some RNG in the choices of the AI. We cannot reach the Raging Psion, unfortunately, unless I push with Kazakh Pleth like that. Yeah, Harold is always helpful, more helpful also for this thing. With Harold I could push this one tile, so he would reach here, kill the Psion, and this would not do any damage, and the train would take care of that. Cannot do that, unfortunately. So let's try to... Also, I'd like to freeze these two, but I don't think I can afford it. So if I do this, will I be able... Yes. Okay. I can kill. Okay. Okay, plan. I think this is the best idea. Even though it seems a suicide. But yeah, that's the trick. The armor train is going to help, but of course the trick with the train is always the best option. And now I'm not... Now I said that Harold and Kazakhpleth were a waste instead. This could have worked actually. Could have worked really well. And now we are stuck, of course. Yeah. So that's the problem. No, even if we had Harold, yeah, there's nothing to attack. So that's the issue. Even if we had something to do with a repair, so Harold and Kazakhpleth, yeah, we could have blocked this, but that's not going to save us. So, yeah, I guess maybe it wasn't the best idea. Maybe it wasn't, but yeah, that's what we do. That's what I could do. I could do this again. I kill one, but I'm not freeing this one. I'm not saving that one. So I don't think, yeah, I don't think there's anything we can do. So the usual problem, this is in a corner, this is stuck, so the only way is to freeze it. So if any of them, they were here, so yeah, this one had probably a 50-50 chance to attack me. It didn't, and everything falls apart. Not much we can do. Not much we can do at all. Yeah, even if we had the ice mech, I could freeze this one, but yeah, this would have survived. Nothing we can do, I think. I don't think. Yeah. Needed some help over here, so if this attacked us, it would be fine. Instead, it's game over. And Yeah, I guess this doesn't show you exactly the problem. Also, when you destroy a building, yeah, that's horrible. Horrible placement. I guess this doesn't really show the issue, but yeah. Also, this one is not moving because it was already frozen, so it's fine. But so the being frozen cancels the attack, so it won't. It needs to think about moving the turn before, like the mech. Makes sense that the train is slower than a mech. Actually, no, doesn't make sense because you need to think about turn-based as if we were in motion. It's not like it stop and then restart. Anyway, defend the tanks. It's a horrible position for a tank. We could have done it. Destroy the dam. But yeah, that shows you the problem with these choices. So I guess next time the other secret pilot that breaks the game, and then unless we get lucky, the third episode will be the proper start of the perfect 40k run. Also, if you could just survive the first island, I need the medals, the unfair medals for 2 and 3 islands too. So if you lose the run, if you take 1 damage or lose 1 objective on the second or third, I will get the medal. But that's it. That's the first taste of a very complex squad. You may have already seen where the problem was. Actually, we have seen it in one specific mission, and that's the thing that I want to fix with the starting pilot. But next time we'll see the pilots that break the game completely, and we'll see if they're enough on unfair or if we need to go for the best option. So thank you very much for watching. Take care.